YouTube. It is another one of my kind of random Sunday videos on a Sunday topic. This video is going to be about the approximate math behind the Angle Moroni visiting Joseph Smith in his room. A little bit of backstory for those who aren't familiar. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we believe in a book called the Book of Mormon. It talks about Jesus Christ coming to America. That's where the nickname Mormons came from, but we don't use that anymore because we are literally the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's very important with Jesus Christ in there. And the prophet who restored the church, Joseph Smith, he was visited by Angle Moroni, who told him to go get these plates that ended up becoming the Book of Mormon. They were gold plates. They were made on gold because that's going to last way better than paper would and survive inside of the stone and cement box when, just paper wouldn't. So, as part of this journey, Joseph is visited by the Angle Moroni in his room one night, most likely in September. And so he's being visited by this angel. The angel comes, visits him a little after he had retired to go to bed. He's there, and then he tells him about the plates and how important the records are, and then he disappears. Joseph is left to ponder upon his situation when no sooner the angel reappeared and told him all the information he had already told him, and then he disappeared, and Joseph was left to ponder again. So, repeat. There's one more time where he reappears no sooner than Joseph has time to think about it, and then he disappears. At this point, the cock crows. It's morning, and time to get up, go work on the farm, which is exactly what Joseph proceeds to do. Ends up being too tired, so his father says, go home and get some rest. Not in an angry way, just could tell he was tired and needed some rest. So he goes home. On his way back, he's unable to cross over a fence because he's too tired. Passes out. The angel visits him again, tells him to go talk to his father, so he does. His father tells him it's from God, you should go get the plates. And if you want to find out more, you can read the testimony of the prophet Joseph Smith in the beginning of the Book of Mormon, or you can listen to it. It's about 11 minutes long, so I figured 9-10 minutes because it's a little faster if you actually read it yourself without thinking words aloud. And it's free on the any web or the app store, your computers, or you can go get a copy from the missionaries, buy a copy. So, I'm going to focus on some very basic math behind the night. And this might, I'm going to be all over the place with this. I'm not very good with math. I know the numbers, I just have to remember them right. So, for the first session, the Angle Moroni comes, and he visits him and this math works out if you look at approximate times for September, for the sunrise and sunset in New York. So we figure he was going to bed around 9 or 8, maybe a little earlier, depending on exactly when the sun was setting, because they didn't have electric lights like we do today. So, they kind of go to bed when the sun goes down. Maybe they do a little bit by candlelight, finish up some light reading or whatever before going to sleep. But, so around 8 or 9 is when he was probably going to bed, right? The Angle Moroni comes and visits him for an hour and 10 minutes. Then he has about 15 minutes of ponder time. The next time, it's going to be double the first number. So after the 15 minutes of ponder, it's doubled, and we get second visit of 2 hours and 20 minutes. So he's been there for an hour, plus the 15 is, an hour and 10 plus the 15 is an hour and 25. Then, we add on top of that our 2 hours and 20 minutes. So we are now at 3 hours and 30, 3 hours and 45 minutes. So he's visited for 3 hours and 45 minutes, and then he has another 15 minutes of ponder time, means 4 hours Hey. So he's been awake for 4 hours, being visited and pondering, and we get a final time, or final session, for a total of all the other times, 4 hours. The Angel Moroni visits him for a final 4 hours, meaning a total of 8 hours. The cock crows. It's going to be roughly 4 or 5 in the morning, because the cock crows once the light starts showing from the sun, the sky starts turning gray. So there's the math behind the prophet Joseph Smith being visited by the Angel Moroni. It's rough. I don't have like exact numbers for things, but it was kind of fun to figure out. And the other thing too that I was wondering with all of this is why the repetition. But I have type 1 autism, and so I don't remember everything perfectly. I'm not that good. But I do remember a lot of stuff really well, and I don't like stuff being repeated to me. And so I feel I might be a little annoyed. If I was in his place, I would say, "Hey, Angel, you told me that the last time you visited. I remember. Do you have any new information for me, please?" But, yeah, I think maybe it's different for normal people. But obviously it was something important, because the stuff he said the first time gets repeated 3 times. And then the stuff that he said the second time gets repeated twice. So it was probably really important stuff that needed some emphasis. He needed to really remember. And the stuff that was said the last time, which is going to be about another hour and 10 minutes or so of new information, that is probably less important, maybe a little easier to remember. But either way, I think it was really important, which is why he repeated it. That happens a lot in the scriptures, not just Book of Mormon, but even the Bible. They're repeating something. It can mean that it's really, really important. Don't have any specifics, but I know that Jesus repeated stuff often. So anyways, yeah. That's it for this video about the prophet Joseph Smith and the approximate math behind the Angel Moroni visiting him. If you liked the video, leave a like down below. If you're new here, this isn't something I do regularly. Just every once in a while, a somewhat gospel church type topic will come to my mind and I'll make a little video on it. But go check out the other stuff that I do and see if you like what you see. I've done some short films in the past. I'm trying to do more stuff like that. And then I play a bunch of Minecraft in between my other projects, and I play other games too. So go check all that out. And if you like it, consider subscribing. I'll see you guys in whatever's next. Bye!